My final form is clown is a real thing that I saw on Tinder the other day. To the people that said this was only gonna be an internet TikTok thing, you were wrong. I was right. I hate saying it. Actually, I don't hate saying it because I'm usually right, which is why y'all need to subscribe to see what's gonna happen before it starts to happen, because y'all know I know. There's even a photo of this person that she's dressing kind of like mime-ish. I wonder if mime gender people are gonna start calling out clown gender people for gender appropriation. Notice that I have quotes around ugly girl in the title of the video if I have decided to leave it the title of this video, because I do believe that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? Truly, I really do believe that. I do find it incredibly interesting that, again, the majority of these types of people are in the same category, right? Generally white, generally, you know, under the age of 25, overweight, conventionally, to most people, unattractive, or are making themselves conventionally unattractive. That's an important point I get into later on. Usually awkward, ugly haircuts. One of you guys said this and I think you nailed it. I think they do the ugly haircuts thing because they've been told that conventional beauty is a tool of the establishment. Oh, that's an interesting point. Ugly looks are a consistent form of teen rebellion for the last 50 plus years, but this time around it's part of their personal transformation into a state of not conforming with gender, weight, and so on. Ugly is beautiful to someone who hates the concept of what beauty represents. Oof, ooh, you said it, girl. Girl, I don't even know if that's a girl. And nothing encapsulates that specific comment more than this video.
I think that I would like validation for my gender identity. There are some pictures of me. My pronouns are it and they. My gender is none. I enjoy dressing in a more feminine, I guess, way. But I don't want to be associated with gender. I enjoy looking like a clown. I kind of view myself as a doll. I don't abide by gender. I'm built different.
I do think a ton of them do this sort of thing to themselves because it is easier for them to blame the world and say that this is happening to me because I'm ugly or because I'm overweight or because I'm unattractive or I'm awkward or whatever, rather than face your own insecurities, face your own issues, deal with that shit. Go to therapy, bitch. To me, it gives very, like, the world isn't ready for me. The world is far behind vibes. You know what I mean? Kind of like what they used to say about artists years ago. Oh, he was far ahead of his time. Nobody understood him, but that's why he's so big now. Like, people were not ready for him back then. It's almost like the same kind of people that are saying things like, I won't be appreciated for my mind or my style until I'm dead because these people are beneath me. They're too far behind. They don't understand this brain, this body, this concept of being. And these people are about to get real spiritual too.
I have slowly but surely been identifying less and less with she, her, hers, which were my pronouns for years. And for a while I was like, I guess they, them, theirs, whatever worked for me. But I've realized that we're all so inherently connected that what makes me feel most validated is when I and when others use us and ours and we. And as often as I can, I strive to use collective pronouns.
Hi. Part of being spiritual is also understanding that yes, although we are all connected, you know, I believe that. I'm a very spiritual person. We are also in fact, in many ways, separate entities. We all lead different lives. We all are in different bodies, although inherently those bodies are all connected because we are all of one energy source. And if you look in a microscope, there is actually nothing solid, technically solid about us, right? We are just a bunch of energy beaming together, going like this. Little atoms moving around. Nothing is solid. So everything technically is connected. But we are all living different lives, learning different lessons. We all have a unique set of gifts, a unique way of expressing those gifts in order to have a purpose that we give to society or to our family or to a specific person. And I get it. Like, listen, I get it. While having a gender issue might very well be a part of your spiritual learning curve, gender itself is not a spiritual thing. Stop trying to make gender spiritual. It is not spiritual. It is not going to happen.
I love that for us. Like, instead of I love that for you, like, I love that for us. And things like that, you know what I mean? It makes me feel really happy. And as often as I can, I strive to use collective pronouns.
Someone said, looking at her disgusting armpits, her pronouns should be hairs. I cannot. My question for you guys is, do you think this is another way for these types of people to shift blame? To not take responsibility for their actions, shortcomings, or even choices. You know what it actually reminds me of? You know when you were a kid and your mom and dad were fighting about something that you did, and they would say, well, that's your son or that's your daughter. And they put full responsibility on the other parent. Like, this is your son. Your son did this. Not my son, not our son, your son. Because honestly, I could totally see Galaxy Girl here saying some shit like, yeah, we were all baked last night. We all got high and we all forgot to come to work. Like, bitch, no, you got high. You didn't come to work. You f***ed up. Take responsibility, ho.
I personally utilize she, they, we, us. I feel very validated when utilizing collective pronouns, but I also recognize that they won't work for everyone because not everyone is on that collective level of consciousness yet.
By the way, I am coming out with my own Spirituality 101 video series that you guys are going to be able to buy. I'm coming out with it very soon. I'm going to be filming it over the next few weeks. Let me know if you guys would like to see that, if that's something that you're interested in, by commenting down below, because honestly, I think all these including a lot of us here, all of us need a good reality check every once in a while. And going back to these people for a second, telling people that these people are not on my level is honestly not very spiritual of you, because A, everybody is human, and B, because we are all human, we are all flawed, we are all learning. You're not above somebody else because we don't want you to use we pronouns, or because I don't want you to use we pronouns. I used we pronouns there, didn't I? I don't want you to use we pronouns. Now, a great question to ask, and if we go a bit deeper into this, a great question to ask is, why are these types of people trying to erase biological sex? Why are they trying to erase or at least diminish individuality? Think of it this way. I think this is definitely a big part of it. When you say something is purely a social construct, you can more easily manipulate it and bend it to fit your agenda. And it also sounds like a very easy way to move into communism, right? Everybody is the same. Men, women, children. Everybody is equally as dumb and fat and stupid and poor as everybody else. Why are they continuously trying to shut down the truth? Follow the science? Bullshit. They only want science that supports their ideology. You ever notice how it's always, I found my truth, I found my truth? Bitch, no.
Yesterday, this well-meaning older gentleman asked me if I was depressed because I've been growing out my beard lately. I was like, no, I'm growing out my beard because I love myself, and because I'm confident in my body. I did this little curtsy, and he laughed, and the whole room was smiling at me. It was a beautiful moment. And it was then I realized I'm finally stepping into my own power, enough to be vulnerable with the world. Because 7 months ago, I was doing this whole bearded lady mask femme look, and I loved it.
Stepping into your own power is knowing both who and what you are, not denying that. Why you're here is a big one too, but we're not gonna get into that today. How you feel isn't showing your power to anyone. Feelings can change. Feelings are simply just brain chemistry. And if you allow someone to sway your feelings based on how they feel or not feel about you, that's not very powerful of you at all, is it? And it's something every single one of these people do. Being upset that someone doesn't validate your gender identity, see you as a victim because of your race, or I can't even believe I'm saying this, or give you an extra seat for free on an airplane because you decided to eat too much for the last 10 years, is not power. It is weakness. But going back for a second to why these people overall are trying to erase, or at least, again, shift reality in some sort. But going back to the point I was about to make earlier, why are these people doing their best to erase reality? The short answer is Marxism and queer theory, and how the two connect. Honestly, I tried to write this part of the video and I wasn't well versed in it enough. So I contacted my friend Sarah because I know she knows this better than I do. Here's what she had to say.
Queer theorists are all about postmodernism, or the idea that there's no such thing as absolute truth. It's why you hear them come up with all this off-the-wall stuff that you're no longer allowed to question, and that like biology is not real, and sex is a social construct, like those types of things. And the overall goal is to destroy the nuclear family and the functioning society so that they can build back better into their Marxist utopia of not equal opportunity, but of equal outcomes, which is always equally bad for everyone. And this is why you start to see them take kids from parents and making them wards of the state so that they can transition them if the parents are questioning of their new identity. In a Marxist society, everyone works for the greater good, and the easiest way to do that is to take away the parents' rights and influence on a child. Marx said as much in his manifesto, as well as that communism would make sure that the kids were educated by the state, because making a new man was the priority and the family was the obstacle.
If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to this channel if you are not already, because just kidding, because I post new content every Sunday that is calling out the ridiculous woke bullshit of the LGBT community in general. Honestly, I just call it all the bullshit here, and I say we because sometimes you guys are in it as well with your comments and such. So actually, we does make sense here. I will see you guys back here on Sunday with a brand new video. Until then, if you are not following me on Instagram, also go follow me. I post videos there as well that are not posted to this channel. I will see you guys on Sunday with a brand new video. Until then, I love you, love yourselves, keep calling out the bullshit. Bye!